The Champions League final is right about the corner. Of course, in a few days, we'll be witnessing one European champion. And, of course, it's going to be between Inter Milan or PSG. But in this episode, we are not going to predict anything. We are looking at the best players in every position from these two teams. So, welcome to Getting Sports Combined 11. My name is Brian.
My name is Enoch.
And let's get it on. So, in goal, who are we going with?
That's a tough decision. We've seen both.
It's either
keepers
Soma or
Donnarumma. Yeah, both of them have been key integral parts in their squad. But we'll have to give it to Jan Soma.
Yeah. You know, having been someone who has been following PSG's games so much, I tend to think Donnarumma as well has done a great job, especially in the knockout phase of this of PSG, and actually he helped them knock out a number of teams. But I still think Jan Soma on his end, especially if you put in mind the amount of money Inter Milan just invested for him, very little amount of money, and I think we can agree on that.
Yeah.
But it was like, it's very debatable because I believe someone else will choose Donnarumma over Soma. But if we are looking at the performance from the very beginning of the Champions League to the very end, it's Jan Soma, because Inter Milan as well is amongst the teams that actually conceded less goals. Yeah, so in goal, Jan Soma. At the right back, who do we go for? Because there is either Denzel
or Hakimi,
the one and only.
I think for me it has to be Dumfries. Majorly because of his impact in that Barcelona game, and he was a very crucial player going forward and also defending. Yeah, and he kept Inter in the tie in both legs. Yeah,
it is yet another position where it's very arguable. I mean, Hakimi is one of the best right backs in the world as well. And he has produced quite very good performances in the Champions League, especially if we're speaking about the Champions League, because we can't even look not very further. Just recently when he played against Arsenal, he scored a goal which was very crucial for PSG, and they qualified for the next round. So Hakimi versus Dumfries are very close competition there for the right back position in our combined 11. But we tend to lean for Dumfries because defensively as well, I think.
And also the moments. He has had much more
magical moments. Especially in the semi-finals when he dragged Inter Milan all the way with so many crucial assists. And a goal as well, a very acrobatic goal.
2 goals.
So we agree on that.
Yeah.
All right. Down to the left back. Who do we have? Mendes versus Di Marco.
I think that's a no-brainer. It has to be Mendes, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Locking down Salah, we've seen him lock down Saka. He also has been a very key player where PSG have arrived up until now.
Yeah. I think that performance, especially against Salah, puts him above every left back that we know currently in the game. So he's one of the best defenders, and for sure, I think he deserves to be at the left back. And then we have a center. Okay, of course, Inter Milan plays with 3 center backs. Yeah. But we will pick. Of course, we'll go with a 4-3-3 formation. And for center backs, we're gonna go with 2 now. So it's gonna be between Achabi and
Pacho.
Achabi for Inter Milan.
Achabi and also Bastoni.
And this other side
has to be Marquinhos
or Pacho. So we have to choose one of the 2 or 2 from the 4. So who are we going for? Okay, I think on this one, if I were to choose, of course PSG's defense hasn't been very solid in this Champions League, but I still feel like Marquinhos is a leader. He's one of the best defenders on his day, and him plus we'll go with Bastoni.
Yeah.
Because he's left-footed. I think he can make a great centre-back partnership. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree. But I think it's I also have to put a major shout for Ashardi. He has been so crucial, and I think when looking back at also his goal and his impact towards that very electrifying semi-final games with Barcelona.
And his age as well.
And his age, put it into context. Like actually, this will be his second UEFA final.
Yeah, and not just Achabi. Also, Pacho has been like very rock solid, especially coming in. I don't think he's played that much in Europe, but when he was called upon this season, he's done amazing for PSG. So, but we still stick with Marquinhos and Bastoni because we feel like it's a very strong partnership of two centre backs who can rule in the European football or in that final as well. So we have a midfield of three, of course, as usual. A trio midfield of three Rolls-Royce midfielders. That's how we call them. Interesting because on Inter's side, if we have to go with the first 11, we have Barella, Chanaloglu, and Mkhitaryan. Who else?
I think just those three.
Yeah, and on the PSG side, we have three machines, bro.
True.
We have Vitinha, we have Neves, and we also have Fabian Ruiz. Wow. We have to choose three. One CDM, one CM, or one who can, one CDM, one who can play as a CDM or a CM, and one attacking midfielder. Who do we go for? Or who are you going for?
I think looking more or less, I think there isn't that natural number 10 as we can put it across all the teams. All the teams.
Yeah, they play like
it's more or less,
CDM,
CMs, a lot of rotating eights. I'd go with wow. But I think Barella has to be there.
Barella has to be there.
Barella has to be there, especially for the works he's done with that Inter side.
Vitinha has to be there.
Vitinha, agreed. And I'd also say Neves. I'd also edge towards Neves.
Why are you leaving Fabian Ruiz out of this?
I think that's very tough. And I think you cannot, much has to be said. I think there'll be a much better unit with the three. I think Fabian Ruiz, I'm not taking away from him, he's so exceptional.
Yeah.
But I think in some way for like a lot more flexibility within the midfield, I'd have to put Barella in there.
Barella.
Yeah.
Okay, I think if we have to rank these midfielders, I think Barella stands out amongst all of these midfielders because PSG have been working as a unit.
Yeah.
And that makes them a very good system. And if we are taking Barella from Inter Milan and putting him in our midfield, and then we have to go maybe for two Rolls-Royce midfielders who can like be work machines the way they've been doing for PSG, and that could be Neves and Vitinha. True. No other way. I mean, Neves all the way from Benfica, was it?
Yeah, Benfica.
To PSG, a very big stage. At his young age, he's doing quite wonderful. Like that MP who said the economy is doing wonderfully. Right. So I think we have a midfield. Barella, let's call him. He is maybe our CDM.
At the hub. He's more or less like a deep lying playmaker.
Deep lying playmaker. And then we have Vitinha and Neves playing the way they can switch roles in our midfield. Now, to the attack, where we'll have the right wing, the left wing, and the striker. So we can also just have a trio of three attackers who can make it to the combined 11. So who do you think can be our right RW, LW, and ST?
I think for this side of the positions, I think it's more or less nailed on. We can have with Dembele. I know he's played more at the 9 role, but if you're going to have an outright 9, we can't leave Lautaro in there. Lautaro has to take the 9 position. Also, you can put Dembele at right wing, and since more or less Inter don't have that out-and-out winger, can have Kvaratskhelia, who's also had a very superb season since he joined the club in January.
Yeah, funny thing, he's had 2 Premier League, not Premier League, 2 league medals, bro. One at Napoli and another at PSG, and he'll get all of them. So interesting for him, because when he stepped onto this team, he's been rock solid. So I agree with you, a trio of 3 attackers. At the right wing, we put Dembele. At the left wing, we put Kvaratskhelia. And up front, Lautaro. So it looks like a very easy combined 11 we've ever done. Just aside from the right back, the keeper, and
the midfield.
And the midfield.
Yeah.
Up front, I think it was very well decided. And maybe also it's because of how Inter Milan play.
Yeah,
they don't have like out and out
wingers.
Right wingers who we can like just compare them with PSG who have right out and out wingers. So yeah, maybe you're disagreeing with this, or we go through the team maybe one more time. In goal,
Jan Sommer.
At the right back,
we have Denzel Dumfries.
At left back,
Nuno Mendes.
A centre back partnership
of Bastoni and Marquinhos.
And a trio midfield of 3.
Nicolo Barella, Joao Neves, and Vitinha.
Yes, and up front,
we have Lautaro Martinez, Kvaratskhelia, and Ousmane Dembele.
Tell us, is this team good enough? Of course, it's a final, but is this team good enough in terms of our combined 11? Let us know in the comment section, or let us know any other player who we have left out. So remember to hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and until after the Champions League final, my name is Brian.
My name is Enoch.
And see you after the final.